Hey guys! Hey, it's my DVD collection here. Doing my favorite sequels in my collection. This may not be incredibly comprehensive because I do have a lot of sequels. I am what I call a sequel whore. There's a sequel to a movie I liked, I am fucking in line, ready to see it because I love sequels. So, let's get started. There's a lot, so we'll start with DVDs. Nutty Professor 2. I actually honestly think this is better than the first one. I just recently found out that a lot of people didn't like this, and I thought this movie was hilarious. Can't believe people wouldn't like this movie. I've owned this DVD for well over 10 years now. Adam's Family Values. This movie, I mean, I'd always liked both of them when I was a kid, but like recently I watched it, and I was laughing my ass off at this one. First one's a good movie too. Don't get me wrong, but I really like this sequel. I also like that this is the original Paramount release before they, redid it with stupid cover art. This is the original poster art. So, Bride of Chucky and Child's Play 2. These are my favorite Child's Play sequels. I think 3 is a fucking terrible movie. I think Seed of Chucky is, it's it's a good. I enjoy the movie, but it's definitely not a good movie. It's one of those like guilty pleasure movies. But I like both of these, especially Bride of Chucky. I thought that was a really good comeback for the series. Got Saw 2. I've never really been a fan of any of the Saw movies after 2. And even 1 and 2 on watching it again is not that much fun. This one I always liked because it's not a slasher movie. The Saw movies are not slasher movies, but this one felt like a slasher movie. I don't know how to explain it, but it just kind of had that vibe of being a slasher movie. And this one is, I don't know how well you can see it, but it is autographed by Shawnee Smith. I met her at Weekend of Horrors one year. She also signed my Saw poster, which I never wanted a Saw poster, but when she was going to be there, I was going to have her sign my DVD, and then I saw the Saw poster with just her on it, with the thing on her head, and I'm like, oh, that would look really good signed, and it does. Harold and Kumar Escape from Guantanamo Bay. I love this movie. I really, really like this movie. I love the first two, this one and the first one, and then the Christmas one's okay. It's just there. It's neither here nor there. It's there. It's neither here nor there. It's a decent movie. So, but this one I think is really good. Forgive me for going so fast. I got a shitload of movies to go through. So, Home Alone 2. As a kid, I liked this one better, but now I like the original better. But this one's really fun too. I guess a lot of people didn't like it because it felt too much like the first one, and I don't care. The same thing with Hangover 2, which I don't have here, but I would include in my collection. It's just not as. I don't care if it's the exact same thing. It's the jokes that are different. Like, yeah, that Hangover had a lot of similar jokes, but there were also a lot of jokes that weren't present in the original one. Same thing with this. We got Star Trek 2 and 4. I love the original series Star Trek movies, but I really love 2 and 4 because they're just, I don't know, they're fun movies. I like all of them. I don't, except for the first one. I really, really hate the first one, and I'm surprised I did not include it in another video I just did. But anyway, these ones are good. I like 6 also. I didn't include it here, but excuse me. But I really like Jesus Christ. Excuse me. I really like 2 and 4, and I like 6. And I like 5. And I like 3, so I should have just included all of them. Next one up we have is Devil's Rejects, sequel to House of a Thousand Corpses. This one's really good. I mean, even Ebert and Roper gave it 2 thumbs up, which was shocking when this first came out. Because Ebert, I don't know about Roper, but Ebert hated horror movies, so it was kind of cool that he gave it 2 thumbs up, but they gave it 2 thumbs up. But this one's really good. It's actually a really good horror movie in general. Alright, we got Halloween 2, which is probably one of the best slasher sequels, if not the best slasher sequel. Just because basically you could chop off the beginning of it and just edit it into the first movie, and you'd have a 3-hour movie. Got Halloween 4 and Halloween 5. These are really good movies, good follow-ups. because 3 had nothing to do with the Halloween or the character. So, and then just Halloween Resurrection. I don't have. I mean, Halloween Resurrection. Halloween H2O. I don't have H2O6 separate anymore. I just have the Canadian triple pack that has all 3 movies in it. But H2O is a really good movie. 6 and Resurrection are pretty craptacular. 6 is terrible. Resurrection is bearable, but got Meet the Fockers. This is a really good one. I'm not a big fan of Little Fockers. I don't know. It didn't feel the same. But this one's fun. I really like this one, and I like the original one as well. We have The Mummy Returns, which I love this movie. Like, I remember when this came out, I watched the trailer over and over and over and over and over again. I just really was so excited for this movie, and I wasn't let down. The third one, Tomb of the Dragon Emperor, I don't know what it was. Like, when that movie was coming out, I was like, ooh, cool, another mummy movie, but it just didn't feel the same at all. Like, even, like, the trailers was just like, okay, a mummy movie, ooh. And when it came out, I was excited. I went and saw it, but like I was just like, what the hell is this? So I'd have to give it another shot because I haven't seen it since I saw it in the theater. I don't own it. I almost bought it when it was like $8, and I probably should just fucking buy it and rewatch it and see if I like it now. Wayne's World 2, which surprisingly I did not know this until the last couple of years, is that this movie did not do as well as the original. I guess the original had broken 100 million and this was only like 42. And but I think, nope, I take that back. I was going to say it's the only sequel to a Saturday Night Live movie, but there's also Blues Brothers 2000, which was a terrible movie. But this movie's good. I like it. I don't know why it gets such a bad rap. Terminator 2, which is probably the best sequel I've ever seen. For some, Best Buy put their sticker on there sideways, and I couldn't get it off. Fucking assholes. But this is such a good sequel, like ridiculously good. So, Die Hard 2 and with Die Hard with a Vengeance, and Live Free or Die Hard. Live Free or Die Hard's okay. I mean, it's a good movie, but I don't want to say it's a good Die Hard movie. It's just a good movie. Die Hard 2 and With a Vengeance, though, are really good. I saw A Good Day to Die Hard, and it was pretty crappy. It was okay. But it was pretty shitty. Fantastic Four, Rise of the Silver Surfer. A lot of people didn't like the Fantastic Four movies. I really liked them. And I really liked this one. I thought this one actually was a lot better than the first one just because there was more shit going on, and it delved, I don't think that's a word, dove into some other cases, storylines, and stuff. And it was pretty cool. Spider-Man 2. This was a really good sequel. It felt much more like a Sam Raimi film than the first one did. And of course, the third one was pretty craptacular. And there was just like a lot of cool stuff going on in this movie. And the villain was really awesome too. Let's see here. I don't know why I brought that out. Clerks 2. I guess some people didn't like this movie. I really liked it. I guess some people didn't like it because it just didn't feel like a Clerks movie. But this one was really, really good. I really liked this, and I love the ending, like that emotional ending that they had. I didn't mean to bring that up here. At the X-Men movies, X-Men 2, or X2 and X-Men Last Stand. Very good movies. I love all the X-Men movies, aside from Wolverine, because I really didn't like the X-Men Origins movie. We'll see how the Wolverine does this year, but these two are really good, especially 3. Let's see what I can do here. Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. Fantastic movies. I would also go as far as to include Revenge of the Sith, even though it was a prequel movie and the acting was pretty horrible. It was a pretty dark, badass movie. So this one I'm not even going to open because I don't want the discs to fall out because the case sucks. But pretty much all the Rocky sequels, even 5. I like 5. I actually am not a big fan of 4, but whatever. They're all good. I really like this series. Probably my favorite series of movies. Alright. This one we'll do Aliens. Fantastic sequel. I hated 3. Resurrection was okay, but Aliens is where it's at. It's such a good movie. It definitely kicks everything up a notch. So, the Back to the Future sequels, 2 and 3, even though 3 is not very well liked. I really like 3, or I really like 2. 3 is decent. It's when I sit down to watch the first movie, I can't just watch the first movie. I got to watch all 3 of them in a row. They're just fun movies to watch. And finally, go with Lethal Weapon 2. I really like Lethal Weapon 2. I actually like it. It's my favorite of the series. 4 is good also. 3, there's nothing wrong with 3. It's just that 3 is probably my least favorite of the sequels. Yeah, that's it. I actually did that pretty fast. I had a lot of stuff to go through, but I've said it in other videos. I'm going to keep saying it. If you guys got any suggestions for me to do, please comment on videos you'd like to see me do, and I'll try to do them. But other than that, thank you guys for watching, and please subscribe.